rise from California prisons when a dude might have seemed mentally unstable. They label him as category J. And sometimes, he might have been too unstable to stay on the guard or whatever it was, right? But that's how. And so, the dudes that's there on the way now, they kind of look at that spot like, damn, man, what's going on? Man, you just supposed to accept that or whatever. You're like, oh, yeah, man, don't worry about it. From the left to the right to the J, you know what I'm
huge part of the game. But offensively, a juggernaut. And working on defense, I think there's something said for a defense first team that needs to offense to get it going, and then it's inspiring when you continue to see defense like just getting after it, and then I don't know, there's almost more at ease on the offensive end, and it goes back to the pace too that they want to play with. You're getting back and steals, and offensively you're trying to run. It's just you get into a zone, you get into like the break, it's going to happen offensively. It starts with defense to continue to play that level.
We got this guy, not the other one, so we don't bottom
shots will start falling. Shaden's getting back into shape though against the Lakers, which is great. We'll talk more about that. Yeah, no one's worried about that. But it was nice to see that. So it's only going to get better. Really, the shots sometimes they just hurt offense, and defensively, you say we're not having that defensively. So offense will come, and then that's going to be more fun to watch. It's been really fun so far. There have been some shortcomings offensively, but when they get those straightened out and shots start falling, off the ground.
Yeah, I just take back Blake Wesley with that in the JJ Redick press conference. Yeah, when he was like, "That is not the Blake Wesley that was in San Antonio for the last 2 years." Like he's like, "I don't know who this guy is. That is not the same guy." Like,
he said the situation
way different. Yeah, so like, and I think that's one of the things too, where it's like, your own team, you're obviously trying your best. Exactly, it's just the opportunity. Sometimes the NBA is about everyone in the NBA. Everyone's good. You play the Lakers and they're without Luka and LeBron. And yeah, Oxford is one of the bucks from that. Everyone in the NBA is good. Like, you give guys in the NBA a chance. They might not necessarily win the game, but we're gonna put up numbers tonight. Austin Reeves is a talented player. I mean, he's hitting some shots. I'm like, I think has kind of
really
accepted that
nothing.
right now and is
It's not that big of a town.
is playing fantastic basketball. Like he's scoring, he's getting to the line.
No,
You know,
it's where
we talk about the way they
the
want to
Goonies
play.
was. I mean, I don't know
Tiago
if Harry
had
Potter
mentioned, you know, after
maybe
the bigger
good.
game about, you know,
I know the Goonies house was there. Goonies was filmed there. You know Goonies, the movie from the 80s.
kind of team.
Have you seen it?
And those Vinny and Jeremy are
It was like a
guys
cult classic. It's
like,
really, it was really popular. It's filmed in Astoria.
and, you know, you kind of talk about, you know, like, you've kind of asked
You can drive and see the Goonies house.
in terms of offense.
It's still there.
And
Someone staying there.
as of right now, Jeremy is
I haven't been to the house.
9% shooting from the field, 50% shooting from three, 2.3 rebounds and assists.
Oh my god. That's nice, right?
So it's that second unit that needs scoring. Jeremy is fighting it and fighting it at a still again, like he's getting to the line, he's getting to the rim, his shot is going down, he is being aggressive, trying to force some things, just playing within the motion of the offense, so not as much isolation as it is. Because you see Jeremy play and you understand why he was, but now that they're kind of trying to play different way, it really seems like I think he's really gonna get a lot of credit for he's playing and just like at least tacitly accepting that role and going out and really doing a nice job.
He's responding from one shot was so good, and we talked about getting to the rim. I think it's like the last night at court, I believe was last night, that he had a steal underneath their basket, so literally on their end of the floor, took it all the way up himself, kind of looked around and was like, oh yeah, no, goes straight in, reverse dunk. I mean, he was like, he did the whole thing by himself, you know, steal it, everyone's running, and he just like sees the defense, boop, boop, it's up and under. It was just gorgeous, and he was,
Honestly,
I appreciated that. He,
are we going there?
Coach Stella said, Jeremy is a starter.
What's in there?
They have 7 stars.
Never been there.
I think.
You're the one with the phone driving.
It's bigger than the I started on it. That takes really strong professionalism, sure, but to say this is my new role, and I'm not going to solve it. I'm not going to say, well, I didn't do very well because I'm just not used to being on the bench, and this is what I'm used to. None of that. That's not. It's
It's
my
always, you know, I'm not saying that like pouting or missing shots on purpose, but it's always been like everyone else is going, and I gotta kind of get up to speed. I'm not saying that's not like I'm sure it's right, and so I Jeremy very kind of right. Like, I mean, I think part of it is like, well, he has to be like, that's because I'm doing this, and like when he in the first game of the season, you know, he gets a question about him on the bench, and you know, it's like all the problem I don't know, you know, and like that was another thing.
That was, I was watching that while we were doing the show, like, you know, like, the questions being asked, and he was handling them so well, like a pro. It's just like,
Well, that was quick.
come on, he's,
You know,
It seemed like it wasn't a long drive.
Honest, that part is like you can see the waves of the
ask the same question again, and it was
waves
like,
of the.
I do, but
But it is also near to the piano.
what I'm saying too is that
This is the road that I don't
I believe there
know.
was a
Like,
four.
if the guy doesn't say what you want him to say after the
oh,
second
it's on a
one,
creek.
you gotta keep it moving.
And 100%.
And if nothing else, and if you really feel like
Look and listen.
being withholding, then you approach the
Look
guy when he's
and
not on the podium
listen.
and he asks questions
Yes.
outside of kind of that.
Raul.
But otherwise, you're exactly right. It's like let's
This is Cannon
No,
Beach.
Welcome
He's
to
been great.
Cannon Beach.
Couldn't ask anything more from him. He's been incredible. Like, not just like he's playing well, but he's on the bench now. And, you know, Coach Chuck said, starts
Oh,
to
what's that?
game. That's, you know, something that you hear all the time, but it's so true.
Is that? I
And,
didn't
and the
understand.
rotations have been
It's a car.
fun.
See, that's the cool thing about Oregon Coast. You go through these little towns. We'll go through a bunch of these on 101.
Yeah.
It's just like these little tiny towns with little shops. And
Go down.
Clearly working out great.
Hey! Stop.
He's a team guy, just so everybody knows. If you have any questions, I feel like anyone in that position would answer me. Of course, I don't want to start.
Ulo ka.
Anyone would answer.
Chocolate cafe.
Stop.
I appreciate that Jeremy is at least like honest about
Seafood
wanting to
beef
start, because,
restaurant
again,
and
the easier
market.
thing to do there would be to buy is
Is the crab there? Maybe the crab and the shrimp there is expensive. Parking. Where are we gonna park? Are we gonna
I'm
get
just
down here?
going here and seeing where we can park. I have no idea. I've never been here before, so I don't know.
Public parking.
Yeah, I know, but it says to go this way, so I'll go this way, and then if we can't park, then I'll come back here.
Oh.
Or I can just pull in right here. Yes, I can just come in here.
It goes out
Oh,
here.
shit.
That's the entrance bed.
Oh well.
Yeah. But I will say,
Quiet.
he was honest in saying, yeah, I mean, I would prefer to start with
Thank
it.
you. I didn't hear.
I will.
That's part of the surprise. Hey!
He was honest. He
Stop.
didn't say I'll be too bad.
Yeah, here.
Can I get in? Like,
Yeah, there's an arrow. Go in. Oh, there's a dog also. Quiet.
stop.
Tuntukin
Don't
kita.
listen, you fuck.
You fucker.
Okay, yeah, I'll go.
Compact.
Stop, Dexter.
As we mentioned, another guy who, after starting last year,
Get the fuck out of the way.
He
I'll
did.
run your fucking dumbass over.
just as fast. I think we've had.
Huh? It's funny. Oh my god, it's so big. So nice. Babe, you walk on the wrong side. Should be here. Oh my god, I saw that. I saw that. I saw that. Oh, kininana. The rocks. See that? We just see that mountains. It's the famous rock. And then can you see it? The famous rock at Cannon Beach. The famous rock at gusto kong kumano sa water. It's so baba. Baba. There's a lot of let's see. Ang ganda no. Babe. Babe. You hold this, I hold Baba.
You're recording? Next there. Huh?
Hold it. Stand there. Yeah. 3 of us. Where's the mountain? Oh, there. It's wide, babe. You're in the middle. Yeah, you're in the middle. like from there until there.
I'll let them off leash when there's less people. There's a lot of people at the beach. Like, I'm
Yeah.
surprised. For the middle of the day.
It's so nice. So there's coming. Ay! Ay! Lifeguard. The wave is following me. Just go there. The wave is following me. The water is so cold. This one is near. Suntukin kita. They have lifeguard also. See that waves, babe? It's like there's a storm in the Philippines if the wave is like that.
Huh?
This is
Really?
normal, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Totally.
It's a rock. Ang ganda, oh. It's so beautiful. Baba! It's coming! It's coming, babe! It's coming! It's coming! Takot na takot sa ano? Takot na takot sa ano? It's coming! Naka-on pala yung camera ko. Sorry naman. Can we sit? What's this?
It's so intense. Oh, for sure. Turn around and walk around the little town and then head south.
Take our first picture from our see that? It's so pretty. Like in Oregon, babe, you have the beach, you have the forest, you have the trails,
Now,
mountains. See, so nice. It's a pupu. Sabi ni Kalbo, horse pupu daw. It's so nice in here. 8 out of 10. Did you heard me? napilduling na. Sit.
Boy, good boy.
Babe, come on.